Welcome. I am John Becker of Creative Material Technologies and would like to take a few minutes to highlight the installation process of CrystalEdge, the first liquid-applied automotive paint protection system. CrystalEdge is 100% solids and does not contain any solvents or water. Therefore, there are no restrictions for shipping the product, requirements for respiratory protection, and you can apply the product indoors or out. At CMT, we have built a track record of solving today's problems with tomorrow's technologies. Now we invite you to see our new invention, CrystalEdge, a new profit center for anyone with vehicle traffic. Let us now look at the 4 easy steps of installing CrystalEdge. Step 1. Setup. When you receive the CrystalEdge product, depending upon which package you purchased, you will find the following items in the box. In the 2 vehicle kit, there will be 4 bottles of liquid material, 2 marked CrystalEdge Side A and 2 marked CrystalEdge Side B. Please be sure that you do not open the bottles until you are ready to use the materials. Side A is moisture sensitive and must be kept dry until use. The CrystalEdge 2 vehicle kit provides enough material to do the equivalent of 10 square feet on 2 separate vehicles, for a total of 20 square feet. The CrystalEdge product is available in different kit sizes. Therefore, the amount of material included will vary depending upon the kit purchased. In addition to the material, the box contains a roller frame, 4 white foam rollers, 4 stirring sticks, and 2 measuring cups. Everything else needed for installation is already found in any auto body shop or easily acquired locally. Separate 1 set of Side A and Side B material, 2 rollers, and 2 stirring sticks. These materials will be set aside for the second vehicle. Assemble materials and equipment needed, including a mixing cup to mix and stir the materials together, masking tape, masking paper, and abrasive pad, acetone, clean white cotton rags, a buffer, buffing pad, rubbing compound, 1200 grit wet sandpaper, liquid dish detergent like Dawn or equivalent, water, and a pail. Label the measuring cups A and B. Number 2. Surface preparation and cleaning. Determine the surface area of the front nose of the vehicle or the other area of the vehicle that you wish to coat. This area should include the likely impact area for road debris. Wash and clean with a waterborne detergent or degreaser cleaner to remove any grease, oils, or road grime. Rinse off any residual cleaner using water and a clean rag. Then dry thoroughly with a clean rag. Blow off any standing water using compressed air from your air compressor source or compressed air can. Then blow off any residual moisture. Be sure to blow off and dry the vehicle seams and joints completely. Remember, moisture is the enemy for this type of coating chemistry. Note that you can, if you wish, use the enclosed roller frame as demonstrated to outline the termination line between the CrystalEdge and the OEM's clear coat. Mark this line with a non-permanent marker. This termination line will follow the contour of the front of the vehicle's hood, giving you an even termination line that mirrors that front hood contour. Apply tape and paper along that termination line that you have established to protect the clear coat from the abrasion step that follows. Also tape out to protect any trim area that you wish to protect. Abrade the clear coat on the area to be coated with an abrasive pad to remove the gloss and establish a surface profile. Perform another air blast clean-off with compressed air or compressed can air to remove most of the clear coat abrasion residue. During the abrasion and acetone cleaning process, some debris may have penetrated into the tape adhesive. Therefore, remove the masking tape and paper. You will retape the exact same line after cleaning off any debris that had penetrated into the tape adhesive on the vehicle. Now, spray acetone on this area and keep wet until you can wipe it off with a clean white cotton rag. Make sure you rotate the rag to wipe off all the abrasion debris. Then retape and remask to the exact same termination line. Step 3. Application and curing. Open side A and side B, 1 bottle of each. Pour the desired amount of side A into measuring cup A. When pouring the material, pour so that the flow of the material hits the side of the cup first. Once you open side A, you will either need to use up the entire side A or repackage the remainder of the side A into a smaller container so that the side A is not exposed to moisture. Note that air contains moisture. Then, pour the desired amount of side B into measuring cup B. It is very important that the quantity of side A and the quantity of side B are equal. Only mix the amount of material that you will use within the next few minutes. The material has a 5 to 8 minute working time, depending on the temperature and humidity. Pour both side A and side B from the measuring containers into a clean, clear mixing cup and stir thoroughly but gently without mixing air or entrapping air into the product. Pour the product out onto the surface to be coated using a zigzag pattern. Do not pond or puddle the material. Roll the material out using your white foam roller, using long, even strokes until the surface is evenly coated. Use a lighter touch on overlapping areas so as to not leave any roller edge marks. Keep a light coat which will prevent material from flowing down the sides of the areas to be coated. Continue until all the areas are evenly coated. After all surface areas are evenly coated, unmask the vehicle by pulling the tape up and away from the coated surface. Carefully remove the tape so that neither the tape nor the liquid product touches the vehicle surface. Allow to dry. The material will cure by itself to a light to heavy orange peel type finish, depending on your particular application technique. If your desired finish is an orange peel type finish, you're done. The application is now complete. If the desired finish is smooth or more like a Class A finish, you must allow the material to thoroughly cure and then buff. Curing will occur in 24 hours under ambient conditions, or you may accelerate the curing process by using low wattage infrared heat lamps. Using low wattage infrared heat lamps, the material will set up enough so you can buff it in 60 to 90 minutes. Remember, material will react faster with heat and humidity. Number 4, sand and polish. If the desired finish is smooth or more like a Class A finish, then after the material has cured thoroughly, put a cotton buffing wheel on your buffer, take a soapy solution of your liquid dish detergent and water, and hand wet sand the coating to remove the highest peaks. Wipe off and dry the coating surface. Apply appropriate amounts of specified rubbing compound onto the surface and buff until you achieve a satisfactory finish. Wipe rubbing compound off and the application is complete. HVLP spray option, addendum. An alternative method of applying CrystalEdge is by using HVLP spray equipment. This method is appropriate only for those installers who are familiar with and experienced with the use of gravity-fed HVLP spray equipment and possess the appropriate spray booth environment. For those sprayers, step 1, 2, and 4 described earlier will be identical to what has already been discussed. Also, the curing process is substantially the same. Material and time will need to be spent to establish the optimum settings for your particular equipment. Use gravity-fed, not siphon-fed equipment. However, number 3 described earlier, application, will be different. First of all, ensure that your HVLP equipment is completely clean of any foreign matter. You will want to spray through a 1.4 millimeter spray tip. Begin your air pressure setting at 40 psi and adjust for your particular gun as you calibrate for your specific equipment. You may want to change the size of the spray tip or adjust the air pressure for your specific equipment. Remember, the key is not to atomize the material too much, which will entrap air into the coating and give you a hazy, not a clear film. Mix the material as stated number 3, talked about earlier, except that prior to mixing side A and side B, you will want to mix 20% by volume of an acrylic urethane reducer into each side separately. The amount that you may want to add to achieve the best results will be different for different temperatures and different humidity levels. The 20% level will reduce the viscosity of the material, enabling you to spray it easily through your HVLP equipment at about 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 50% humidity. In addition, adding the urethane reducer will extend the pot life of the material. Perform a few trials on your own to identify the best level of reducer to add. Remember, if you add less than the 20%, the coating will, in warm climates, react within 8 to 10 minutes and seize your HVLP gun. Therefore, be ready to clean the gun quickly if the coating viscosity begins to substantially increase. Before you mix side A into side B, be sure that you are ready to spray. Mix only the amounts of side A and side B into a mixing cup that you will be able to spray within the next 15 minutes. Spray even coats at 2 wet mils per pass, being sure not to exceed 4 mils total film thickness per coat. If you exceed about 4 mils per coat, the acrylic urethane reducer will not be able to volatilize through the coating film fast enough before the gelling of the film locks the solvents into the film. This will result in an off-color coating. If you spray the material in even coating thicknesses at low mil thicknesses per coat, and with an even pace, you will get a Class A type finish and will not need to perform step number 4 as described earlier at all. We at Creative Material Technologies wish to thank you for your attention. We do look forward to helping you increase your sales by accessing new markets, new profit centers, while keeping your capital costs low, using CrystalEdge and our other innovative quality products that solve today's problems with tomorrow's technologies.